Week 39, Day 5, Morning Nourishment, Revelation 1:14-15. And his head and hair were as white wool, as snow, and his eyes were like a flame of fire, and his feet were like shining bronze, as having been fired in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of many waters. The black hair with which the Lord is depicted in Song of Songs 5:11 signifies his unfading and everlasting strength. But the white hair with which he is depicted in Revelation 1:14 signifies his ancientness. In Revelation 1, we see that his head and his hair were as white wool and as snow. White wool issues from the nature of life, and white snow comes down from the sky, from heaven. White wool is the color of Christ's nature. His ancientness is of his nature. Snow is white because it comes from heaven and contains no earthly dirt or stain. Hence, white wool, both here and in Daniel 7:9, signifies that the ancientness of Christ is of his nature, not out of his becoming old, whereas white snow signifies that its ancientness is heavenly, not earthly. Today's reading. In Song of Songs 5:12, the eyes of Christ are like doves. That is for the expression of his love. In Revelation 1:14, his eyes are like a flame of fire. This is for him to observe and search, that he may exercise judgment by lightning. His eyes are not 2, but 7. 7 is the number of completion in God's move. Hence, Christ's eyes in this book are for God's operation. These 7 eyes of his are the 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God. The fire burning equals the flame of fire and is for observing and searching. The 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth are also for God's move upon the earth. Thus, the eyes of Christ in Revelation are the 7 spirits of God for God's move and operation on earth today. Christ's eyes are for watching, observing, searching, judging by enlightening and infusing. We must experience all these different aspects of his eyes, especially the aspect of infusing. His eyes infuse us with all that he is. Since the day we were saved, Christ's eyes have been like a burning fire, enlightening and infusing us. His eyes also stir us up to be hot. Many times the Lord comes to us with his piercing eyes. Perhaps when we are trying to hide something from our wives, the Lord comes with 7 shining eyes piercing into our being and exposing our true condition. I have had this kind of experience hundreds of times. When I was arguing with others, especially with my intimate ones, the shining eyes of Christ were upon me, and I could not go on speaking. His shining stopped my mouth. The book of Revelation is a book with a judging nature. Fire is for divine judgment. Our God is also a consuming fire. His throne is a fiery flame, and its wheels are burning fire, and a fiery stream issues and comes out from before him. All of this is for judgment. The Lord's eyes being like a flame of fire is mainly for his judgment. In typology, bronze signifies divine judgment. When Christ was on earth, his earthly walk and daily walk were tried and tested. Because his walk was tested, he came out shining. Now the feet of Christ are like shining bronze, as mentioned also in Ezekiel 1:7 and Daniel 10:6, signifying that his perfect and bright walk qualifies him to exercise divine judgment. When he comes to possess the earth by judging it, his feet will be like pillars of fire. His voice is like the sound of many waters, a tumultuous sound, the sound of the voice of the Almighty God. It signifies the seriousness and solemnity of his speaking. Sometimes the Lord's voice is gentle and tender, but at other times his voice shocks us like thunder. His voice, which is that of the Almighty God, warns us and wakes us up.